Hey guys, DIY guy here, back with another video. We will be replacing something called a secondary air check valve on this 2007 Toyota Tundra with the 4.7. If you have the 5.7, I believe you have a bigger job ahead of you. But pretty much for this, when we get to the engine side, there's one on both banks. When this goes bad, you're gonna get a for the cylinder one side, it should be P2432. I'll put that in the video, show you what the code and description looks like. To test out, I want to be 100% sure that it was only this that was bad and not the air pump itself. I actually took this side out over here and transferred over this side, and when I did that and I cleared the codes out, codes came right back up, and they came up for P2437, which is the same code but on bank 2 side. Now when you get this code, the car will basically go into limp mode. It's gonna act like crazy. It's gonna want to kind of be stally, and when you get it, your 4 low light will blink and your VSC off light will go off. So for now, we're just gonna turn this off and want to burn up the battery. It's a really cold day today. So what I'm gonna try to do here is save us some time. Now this down here is a 10 mil. Hit it with a 10. We're just gonna take this off for now. Don't really need it. Don't really need it, so let's just remove this for right now. Good. And I'll just put this back in here so we don't lose this bolt. Now, notice that if you want to take this off yourself, they're held in by 12 millimeters. And these 2 studs right here are held in by 10s. What's hard about doing this job, it might look easier when you're in the engine bay, but you're going to have to remove these 2 10s, remove all the 12s. It has basically like an exhaust flange. You're going to have to pull the exhaust flange down off these studs and then pull it up and out. It actually takes a little bit of work. I thought it was going to be easy the first time I did it, but it actually took me some time, so I'm not going to do that again. What size is this? Size T25 Torx. And I'll also include the part number in the video if you guys are willing to go aftermarket. Most people don't with Toyotas, but the stock one was so expensive, decided to take a chance and go with this one. So I'm just gonna break these 4 right here. We're just gonna prep this. Same thing I'm doing in here is what I'm gonna do inside the engine bay. I just don't want to go out there right now. It's cold. I just want to see if this has like some kind of gasket or something on it. Okay, popped out. Good. So trying to see here. So hit that electrical part just like that. Really firm connection. Let's get some pliers, and we're just going to walk you out just like that. Release it. Should twist and pull out. Should twist it and pull it. Twist and pull it. Just like that. Just like that. Pop you out. bracket. We'll get our flathead in here. Just pry it right up. Look at all that moisture. That's water. Look at your old parts, look at your new parts. They're the same. Okay. There we go. Just pop you up and out. We just want to make sure we put this thing in the same way we took it out. Look at all that moisture. So it turns this way. That's how it should be. Okay. Yeah, it's a lot of moisture. So it came out. Repeat the orientation. Just like that. Just hit it just a little bit, like literally, just to help it seal. Just like that. Nothing special. Mount it up. Yep. And last one. Yep. Okay.
But that not look stock either.
That's it. Nice and snug. A little bit of moisture always helps things slide on easier. Just like that. Just reinstall it. Try to reinstall it in the same position. There we go. That's all the way on. Just like that. All right. Let's see what happens. Cleared the codes out.